we're talking about Mercury retrograde in Virgo. It goes retrograde, or stations retrograde is the technical term. Okay. And that would be on the 23rd, but we are already feeling the effects right now because we are in the pre-shadow or the retro shade. Okay. So what does that even mean? That's the period where Mercury has passed over the degree that it will retrograde all the way back to, right? Mercury passed over 8 degrees and now it's going to go retrograde and it's going to go back to 8 degrees. So that's what the retro shade is. So a lot of times people feel like you can experience the effects of Mercury retrograde during the pre-shadow or the retro shade. Okay, this is affecting all signs. I'm going to go through all signs. And there is, yes, exactly. There's a Venus retrograde as well. So Venus and Mercury are love and our communication. So expect more confusion around relationships. Okay, I'm going to get into that. But Mercury rules our mind, our thoughts, our communication. It's our transportation, also how we get to where we need to go. Mercury is your siblings, it's your neighbors, it's your friends. It's short travel, short trips, okay? It's so many things. When Mercury is retrograde, the planetary energy is slowed down. The planet itself is not spinning backwards. That's an optical illusion. Bestie, you know I don't care. Sorry. But it's a time where the planetary movement is slower, and as a result, so is the energy, okay? So it's a time of reflection and introspection. It's not the best time to move forward with plans. Like we talked about signing contracts, taking a new job, moving. But look, life is gonna life. We have to just move accordingly, right? So you might have to sign a lease. You might have to take a job. Just keep in mind that Mercury is retrograde. So sometimes when Mercury is retrograde, you have to do over, okay? So redo, right? And maybe it's gonna be more than one time. All right. If you can wait to launch projects, great. This is more of a time to research and plan than moving forward and putting things out there. Retrogrades are all about the reflect, reconnect, review, reconsider, revisit, repair, recharge. You get it. Okay. My signs feeling the vibes the most are my mutable signs. That is my Gemini, Virgo. Who else? Sagittarius. I think I messed up my sign, you guys. I have Gemini on there twice. That should be Sagittarius. Sorry, I was rushing. And Pisces. See, already a Mercury retrograde era. Okay, Virgo is Mercury ruled, and this Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Virgo. So my Virgos, because the retrograde is in your sign, and this is your ruling planet, right? You're feeling this extra, okay? So it's going to be a little spicy for you. Keep that in mind. And I know Virgos don't like disruption and stuff like that, but hey, we got to just learn to go with the flow during the retrograde. Geminis also, especially if you're a Gemini rising, you're going to be feeling the vibes because you are Mercury ruled as well. Now, prepare for delays in communication, technology issues, travel delays, plans not going your way, right? Breakdowns in communication. Virgo rules our daily habits and our day-to-day. So maybe there's some drama at work. Maybe there's some organization mishaps, some disruption to your day-to-day routine, okay? Mercury will join Venus retrograde, so there could be confusion around relationships. If you can hold off on any serious conversations until mid-September, because then Venus will be going direct, right? Mercury will be direct. It'll be better, right? But life is gonna life. If you got to break up, if you got to have a serious talk, thoughts and prayers, okay? Because everyone is breaking up right now, as you can see all over, okay? But maybe even you run into an old flame or you get a text from an ex. That doesn't mean that you need to reconcile, excuse me. It's just, just because someone reappears in your life doesn't mean you need to reconnect. So think twice before spinning the block on your ex, right? Now I'm going to go through the horoscopes. All right, I'm starting with Virgo and I'm going to go in order. Okay. Veronica, I'm going to answer your stuff when I finish because I get distracted. Okay, Virgo, we're starting with you, my Virgos, okay? Because this Mercury retrograde is in your house of self and your zodiac sign. So you may feel like your world is flipped upside down, all right? You could have to repeat or redo something, which we know you don't like to do, Virgo. You know, Virgos hate to repeat themselves. They're like, I told you the first time. But have patience during this time, as your actions and words can be misunderstood or misinterpreted, all right? Check those emails before you hit send. Make sure they're going to the right person. Prepare for some minor setbacks and roadblocks, but remember, delayed is not denied. Cut yourself some slack. What did just happen to my computer? Sorry. Virgo, nothing is ultimately under your control except your reaction to life's challenges. Mantra, I can handle anything that comes my way. All right. That's your mantra for Mercury retrograde, Virgo. All right. Now let's get into what is happening here. Sorry, you guys. Okay. I just lost my little face. Libra. Okay. Mercury retrogrades in your house of subconscious, and you're reflecting on endings and completion of cycles. All right. It's time to release the past, but sometimes you have to revisit it before you can let it go. All right. Old feelings may arise at this time, but it's so they can be honored and healed. You got to release them, let them go. It's okay to take time to process how you feel and not just think through your feelings, right, Libra? Okay. Go inside. Don't be afraid to take time out alone, as you may feel overwhelmed by the energy of others during this time. It's a good time to like decompress, you know, take a little break. Pay attention to your intuition at this time, as it may be. My emotional pain shows me my emotional pain shows me what needs to be healed. All right. That's my mantra for Libras for Mercury retrograde. Okay. We're on Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, Mercury retrogrades in your house of friendship, and you could be questioning who your friends truly are. Real friends, right? How many of us have them? But when aren't you, Scorpio? I'm kidding. I love you guys. Friendship tension could be a theme, so make sure you're communicating clearly, because a rift could just be a simple misunderstanding, right? All right. It's just words getting misconstrued. This house also rules your future, so plans for tomorrow can seem a bit foggy during Mercury retrograde. Maybe you're uncertain of what the path forward looks like. But this is great. I know you're like, how's that great? It takes time to reflect and reconnect to your dreams. There's still time to make them happen, Scorpio. All right, mantra for Scorpio in Mercury retrograde. I am capable of creating my dream life. Sagittarius. Mercury retrogrades in your house of career, and it could be time to review your resume or that business plan. You know, that business plan that you wrote years ago but never put into action. Spruce up your CV or business proposal. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. All right, run that thing through ChatGPT. You may have drifted away from your goals, but now it's time to refocus. Retrograde, refocus, you get the vibes. Maybe reach out to an old coworker or boss for some professional guidance. While it's not the best time to switch jobs or start that business, it's a great time to plan for the future. Sagittarius mantra for Mercury retrograde. I set goals, I envision them, I accomplish them. All right, let's go. Capricorn. Somebody just said Capricorn. You came right in time, Joy. Mercury retrogrades in your house of beliefs, and you're reflecting on your life philosophy. Are you thinking big? Are you thinking small? We know Cappies love tradition. Are you clinging to outdated ideals that are stifling you? What do you even believe in, Capricorns? You know how to make things happen, but sometimes we have no choice but to surrender and lean into faith. Maybe your faith is tested during this retrograde, and you have to remind yourself that faith is believing in a miracle without knowing how. I love this. Capricorn got the best one. Mantra. I trust and believe that everything is always working out for my highest good. I love you, Cappies. You deserve it. Pluto's been on our neck, sending you love. All right. Aquarius. Mercury retrogrades in your house of transformation, and you're ready to do some shadow work. So get that journal. You guys know the one all over TikTok. Inner fears could arise, but remind yourself it's so they could be honored and released. Those are the emotions you've suppressed, like buried deep down inside, and now they're coming to the surface, all right? It's a good time to reflect on your relationship with control. Are you too controlling? Relax, nothing's under control. I'm talking to myself too. It's a good time to review your joint resources, right? This is the house of shared income. Make sure your taxes and loans are up to date. It's not the best time for financial moves. So if you're thinking about like a car or a mortgage, it's a good time to research and plan your next step. Okay? My mantra for Aquarius during Mercury retrograde, is I choose to grow and learn from pain. I like that. Pisces, yes, Pisces. Mercury retrogrades in your house of partnerships and you're reconsidering your one-on-one connections. Old issues in your personal relationships may resurface. Okay, this isn't just romantic partnerships, you guys. I always want to stress that. It's professional ones as well. It could be family. It's one-on-one, okay? Overall, Mercury retrograde could be a time of tension or even conflict when it comes to dealing with others. So patience is needed on your part, okay? It's required. Contracts could come up for review as this house rules legal matters, but if you can hold off on signing any binding documents until Mercury is direct, please do so, okay? I know life's gonna life. Pisces mantra for Mercury retrograde, I facilitate healthy relationships in my life. Yes. Okay, Aries, Mercury retrogrades in your house of habits and you're reassessing your day-to-day routines. If you don't like your job, it could be hard for you to fake it right now, right? Like you're just fed up at this point. But that's good because that means that you need to make some changes. So it's a time to plan, right? Start looking for something new. Also, some issues with coworkers could arise and you need to lean into that diplomatic side. It's somewhere in there, Aries, but you can't be fighting your coworkers, okay? Say that with love. It also may be harder to stick to a schedule, so be flexible during this time. Your daily life might just feel a little bit busier than usual, which could lead to some stress, and then that mental stress could lead to physical stress. All right, so keep your immune system up. We don't want you getting sick. Your health is your wealth, so make sure to recharge your batteries. If you need to call out from that job, call out, all right? Aries mantra for Mercury retrograde is, I don't break, I bend. Yes. Stay flexible. All right, Taurus, let's go. Mercury retrogrades in your house of pleasure and you're rethinking what fun means to you. You may want to revisit an old hobby. Maybe you feel like you've been working too hard and you really haven't had any time for things that spark joy in your life, right? No time for play. Go on an artist date. Tap into your creativity. Communication with children can be challenging during this time. And you may find that you have some issues arise around your children or kids in your life, okay? Because the fifth house is kids. Romance can also get a little complicated. If you were vibing with a connection, there could be some drama that rises, or an old flame can spin the block, but there's no guarantee because Venus and Mercury are retrograde that they'll stick around, okay? So keep that in mind. Taurus mantra for Mercury retrograde, creativity comes easy to me when I let go and let flow, okay? Gemini, Mercury retrogrades in your house of home and family and you're reconnecting with your roots. There could be a visit from a family member or a call from a loved one that you haven't heard from in a while. There's also like a nostalgia for your childhood during this time. Also, some childhood baggage could pop up, right? But it's to be healed and released. A family beef maybe, or just some stuff that, you've been carrying around. Choose peace. Turn your attention to your home. Does it feel warm and inviting? Is it a sanctuary? How can you make your living space more cozy and homey? All right, Gemini mantra for Mercury retrograde, I choose to break the cycle of pain and dysfunction in my family line and create a new legacy of healing and growth. Man, I love that. I'm going to say that every day. Okay. Cancer, Mercury retrogrades in your house of communication and you're rethinking your thoughts You're like, are my thoughts, what's going on with my thoughts? Your mind is active and you're focused on your ideas and need to express them, but maybe watch your approach, right? Because Mercury is retrograde, so they could be received in the wrong way. It's a good time for journaling, as you're likely to have some great ideas or even breakthroughs regarding past events that you couldn't quite make sense of before. All right. Your mind is busy, so make sure to quiet it. Meditation, gardening, yoga. Also, this house rules your car, your transportation. So check your tires and your oil. Be careful driving. Everybody be careful driving, please, during Mercury retrograde. Take your time. Okay. Back up your computer and keep an eye on all of your technological devices. Cancer mantra. I communicate from a space of peace and calm. I like that. Okay, Leo. Whew, we almost done. Mercury retrogrades in your house of value, and it's time to review your earning potential and what you value, all right? Money could be slow to come in, so keep an eye on your spending. On the flip side, you could find that money owed to you mysteriously appears, right? You could receive some money that you thought you would never get, a check in the mail, all right? It's not an ideal time for purchasing big ticket items. So if you can hold off on a big splurge by any means, please do. All right. You're also reflecting on what you need to feel secure. What gives you a sense of financial comfort? Okay. And do you truly believe that you deserve to have the wealth you desire? It's a great time to heal money blocks, to increase your abundance. Leo, your mantra for Mercury retrograde is, my financial fate is not set in stone. Okay, you guys, I did it. We did it, Joe. If you missed it, it'll be on YouTube, okay? I'll put it on there tomorrow, and you can. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. And Chev, I will be back. So I actually will be back on Thursday. I was taking Thursdays off, but I'll come on here. So if anybody wants a reading, or if you guys just want to kick it and chat, so join me. I'll be back at 8. Yes, of course, and I'm going to respond. Good night, bestie. Thank you, guys.